How do I know what I am truly passionate about in life? Oh, asking this question is like finding the secret formula of the universe or looking for the gem at the end of the rainbow. In fact, passion is not something that can be planned or searched for, like the way you can go out and find that feeling. It is something that you have to let it find you, like an old friend you haven't seen for a long time. When it comes, you will recognize it without even having to shake your hand to say hello. Don't wait for passion to knock on your door. If you are sitting around thinking that passion will naturally fly to your window like a yellow butterfly, waiting for you with a t-shirt that says this is your passion, you are mistaken. Passion is not a free gift that someone sends to your door. Passion is something that you have to search for, actually run around and look for it, and then it will find you. So don't sit there like a printer waiting for someone else to press the button to print your passion. Go try everything that makes you happy and excited, like when you try new foods. You can't know if you like sushi or pizza until you try them, right? Don't be afraid of failure. Who says passion only comes when you succeed? Do you think passion is only for people who are rich or have illustrious careers? It's true that passion can create success, but it can also start from extremely miserable failures that you can laugh about. Who hasn't tried to learn to play the guitar and quit because their fingers hurt, or played basketball and lost their pants on the court? People may think you're stupid, but you're just experimenting. Don't forget that passion doesn't always come with immediate results. It's a journey with twists and turns and full of hardships, like finding a path in the jungle without a map. Passion is the feeling of losing track of time. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you lose track of time to play games all day. Just kidding, but you're right. Gaming is not only a passion, but it can also make you money. You know, not only professional gamers in a sports tournaments, but also streamers, YouTubers, or people who create game-related content earn millions of dollars every year. Who would have thought that in the past, playing games was considered a waste of time, but now, gaming is a huge industry and can even become an extremely attractive career. You can become a streamer on Twitch, a YouTuber sharing game strategies, or participate in professional tournaments like Dota 2, League of Legends, or Fortnite, where the prize money is up to millions of dollars. Not only is gaming a relaxing pastime, it can also open up a world of career opportunities. Don't let anyone tell you that gaming is just a waste of time. And that's not all. Some gamers make money from testing games, creating guides, or even selling in-game items microtransactions. If you're skilled and creative enough, gaming can be more than just a game, it can be a career. Who knows, you might even become a millionaire by climbing the game ladder. In general, never underestimate the things you're passionate about, even if it's gaming. If you're good enough and have the right strategy, your passion can turn into a career you love, and most importantly, make money from it. But if you're doing something that you forget about time, your passion is calling you. It could be something you do without feeling tired, like you're on an exciting adventure. Maybe you're writing, playing sports, painting, or even cooking, and you don't know how the hours are passing. That's a sign of passion. You'll know because it will make you happy and forget everything else around you. Don't worry too much about the formula for success. Who says passion has to go hand in hand with success? You'll never know what passion really is if you keep looking for the secret formula to get rich from that passion. Ignore the formulas that super successful people have said because, in fact, they are just repeating what they heard from others. Passion doesn't always have to make you a billionaire or CEO of a large corporation. Passion can be just doing a little bit of what you like every day. It can be just taking care of bonsai, learning a foreign language, or even sitting in one place watching the rain fall. Why not? Feeling like being lost in another world. If you do something that every time you think about it, you feel like you've just stepped into another world, like living in an action movie or a fairy tale, then congratulations, you found your passion. Passion will put you in a state as if you have just won a very difficult game of chess without feeling tired or scared. You will want to do it all day without feeling bored. And don't forget, no one can discover your passion but you. Try unexpected things. Passion is not always something you think you will love. Try things you never thought of. For example, you may never think you will love playing an instrument, but one day you try and can't stop. It could be painting, making handmade goods, or even blogging about your imaginary adventures. The beauty is that passion can come from unexpected surprises that you cannot predict. Just try, explore, and who knows, one day you will realize that your passion is something strange, but surprisingly wonderful. Don't be so quick to blame others. And finally, don't blame society, your parents, or anyone else for not finding your passion. Passion isn't something that can be taught to you like a lesson in a classroom. It has to be nurtured from within. Just try things that you think you like and see if they lead you down a bright path. How to pursue your passion? The question is not difficult if you know how to look, but it can lead you astray if you keep trying to find something without really understanding what you want. Remembering 3 idiots, you will see that pursuing your passion is not always a beautiful path, but sometimes a naughty, fun game where you cannot predict the outcome. Rancho, the mischievous friend, has shown us how true passion appears. It is not something you have to hunt for or run after social expectations. Passion comes when you ignore all the false definitions of success and just do what makes you happy, what makes you feel truly alive. You see, Rancho never chased after grades, nor did he follow the beaten path that school or society has drawn for everyone. He just does what he loves, sometimes mischievous, sometimes a little crazy, but importantly, he is not afraid of challenges and discovering himself. Farhan is another example of passion not always being obvious from the beginning. At first, he only knew that his father's job was the only thing that could make his parents happy. But then, one day, his hidden passion suddenly emerged clearly: photography. And so Farhan chose to do things that made him feel like he was being true to himself, despite facing opposition from his family. From there, he discovered that passion is not a luxury, but rather that you dare to listen to yourself, ignore social barriers, and bravely follow the path that you really want. Ryu, who was initially driven by fear and anxiety, eventually realized that passion is not something out of reach, but something that cannot be stopped. And when Ryu dared to face his fear, dared to do what he truly believed in, even if it was just a small step, he realized that success will come to those who do not give up, no matter how many times he failed. All 3 of these boys showed us an undeniable truth. Passion is not something that is drawn in books or waiting for you to find it in the form of a treasure. Passion is something that naturally appears when you dare to try and dare to fail, when you allow yourself to get lost, when you explore, fail, and then stand up again. Passion is not something you find, but something you try out every day until it comes and makes you feel as if everything around you becomes meaningful. So how to find your passion? It's simple. Live with what you love. Don't be afraid to try new things, and don't cling to what's old. Don't let anyone force you to live according to their model. Don't let fear make you miss out on great opportunities to discover yourself. Passion will come when you least expect it, as long as you dare to live authentically and do it your way. And finally, remember, passion is not something that makes you tired, but something that makes you forget about time and forget about tiredness. Be naughty like Rancho, dare to break out like Farhan, and don't be afraid of failure like Ryu, and then passion will never leave you. In modern society, the question, "What am I passionate about?" seems to be one of the most difficult questions that anyone can encounter. Many people, especially young people, always ask themselves, "Do I have a passion? And why haven't I found my passion yet?" Sometimes, that question makes them feel confused, even self-conscious, thinking that they are worthless without a prominent passion. But if you think like that, then you have misunderstood passion. Passion is not something that you have to find like a hidden treasure, but something you choose to live, to try, and to find in your own way. Passion is not something you have to find, but something you choose to explore. Many people think that passion must be something big, mysterious, that needs to be found through a miracle. But in reality, it is not. Passion is not something you have to hunt for like a cake. You have to know the exact recipe to make it. Passion is something you discover in the process of living, through trial and error and the opportunities you miss. Every step in life, no matter how small, can lead you to a passion you didn't know about. For example, look at Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. He didn't always know he would create the famous iPhone or iPad. At first, Jobs only knew he loved technology and creativity. It was his daring to experiment, daring to choose to try everything, even though he was not sure of the result, that led him to his true passion. Jobs' story is a clear proof that passion is not something you find easily, but something you choose to do throughout your life journey. Passion is not something to brag about, but something you truly enjoy in life. So is passion really important for success? The answer is yes, but passion is not something you do just to show off to others. Don't mistake passion for something you wear to make yourself look special. Passion is something you do for yourself, something that makes you happy every day, no matter how others judge you. Another real-life example is the story of J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series. Before becoming a global icon, Rowling did not have a path full of roses. She struggled with failure, feelings of meaninglessness, and even rejection by many publishers. But Rowling did not give up, because she knew that her passion for writing was the only thing that made her feel truly alive. Therefore, Harry Potter was born not because she wanted to become a millionaire or a celebrity, but simply because she pursued her passion without fear of failure. Not knowing what your passion is doesn't mean you're worthless. So what if you don't know what your passion is right now? Does that make you worthless? Of course not. No one is forcing you to know what your passion is from the start. Everyone has their own journey, and passion comes in their own unique way. Just because you don't know what your passion is doesn't mean you lack purpose or that your life is meaningless. Don't ever think that because you don't see your passion clearly, your life is boring. Don't let social pressure or other people's words make you feel helpless. Remember, no matter where you are in your journey, being realistic, daring to take risks, and being allowed to make mistakes are all part of the process of discovering your passion. You may not know what your passion is, but the process of finding it is the important part of life. Remember, no matter where you are in your journey, being realistic, daring to take risks, and being allowed to make mistakes are all part of the process of discovering your passion. You may not know what your passion is, but the process of finding it is the important part of life. My passion is content creation, creating valuable and meaningful videos. My dream is to become a famous YouTuber. Although my videos do not have many views and audiences, almost no one knows me in this country, America, but I will still create and release videos every day because that is my joy and passion. What about you? Leave a comment to let me know.